Today I am going to share with you I've been dressing as a girl part 2 written by Janet L. Stickney. So if you are new to the channel, then please consider subscribing and check out my Patreon, patreon.com/m2fstory. Yes, why you explain it to her, Mary. I'm going to bed. Mom threw up her hands and left me standing there with Mary.
Listen, dummy.
When a guy kisses you and asks you out, it's a sure bet that he is really interested. And judging by the way Ken was acting around you, he's seriously interested. But he knows I'm not a girl. Take a look in the mirror, and you'll know why. Most of the kids here tonight never did find out who you really are. On top of that, most of the girls have been after Ken for a very long time, using every trick they know. Then in comes little Janet, a new girl to them, and promptly sweeps him off his feet. But I said no to going to the show with him, Mary, and you sort of trapped me into this thing at the beach. Other than one kiss, all I'm guilty of so far is wearing this dress. Mary snorted and looked at me. You'll go when you know it. For as long as I can remember, you've been dressing up as a girl. And now that people have seen you, found you attractive, and accepted you as a girl, you couldn't say no even if it is your best friend that asked you out. Mary had found my weak spot with one try, and worse, she knew it. Besides all of that, you two make a cute couple. Thanks a lot, Mary. You're quite welcome, sister. Dear, obviously, I need to work on my sarcasm some more. I'll admit that as I drifted to sleep that night, my thoughts centered on what it would be like to be Ken's girl, but that's all it was, a dream, right? In the morning, I wore jeans to breakfast. You and I have to find you a suit to wear tomorrow, Janet. I think have one that might fit just fine. Do that later, Mary. Right now, I need to know what's going on here. Nothing, Mom. Doesn't sound like it. Mom ignored me and turned to my sister. Mary, would you care to tell me? That's when my darling sister told Mom the whole story, from how Ken and I danced to his kissing me to asking me out for tonight, then the party tomorrow. Sounds to me like you have a busy schedule, Janet. Are you going on any of these dates? If I said yes, there was no telling what Mom might do. Yet, deep down, like Mary said, I wanted to go if only to try it. He did ask me, Mother, and he knows that I'm not a girl. So, how much trouble can I get into?
Plenty.
But you're old enough to know that, so go ahead if you want to. Just don't come crying to me later on. I had no clue what she meant, but she and Mary were both nodding their heads in unison. Let's go try on some suits, Janet. We have to find one that fits you and hides a lot. Mary, if you want me to try on suits, I'll need some time to prepare, Mary. I won't look. And besides, we're sisters, sort of. So, come in my room, and let's see what I can find. Later, in her room, Mary handed me 2 suits and pointed to the bath. So, I went in and quickly undressed and pulled on the first suit. I pulled it off and put on the next one. The material was heavier and had a built-in bra, which helped a lot, and had a short skirt at the waist, which also helped a lot. If it was between these two, then this was the one. Want to try on some of my shorts? I have a pair that will look real good on you, Janet. Let me get them. Mary dug around in her dresser, then handed me the khaki shorts. Way back when I had no hips, I bought this. If it fits, maybe you can use it, and these too. She handed me a pile of stuff, and I went into my own room and closed the door. Wrapped inside of the panty brief were small foam pads for a bra. I held up the panty brief, and it was obvious that there was no way it would fit, but it gave me an idea, so I removed the pads and tossed the rest in the trash can. I yanked down the swimsuit and pulled on some panties. Then, I pulled on a plain beige panty brief. All at once, I had a rounder bottom and my hips were a bit wider, more feminine, which made me smile. I tried on the shorts and found that they fit just fine. Once before, about a year ago, I had read a story about a boy like me, and he used flesh-colored tape to hide his manhood. So I tried it, and it wasn't as easy for me to do as it was in the story. Maybe because I did it myself, but still the results were impressive. I put on my foundation and used powder to mat it, then went back to the room to get dressed. I pulled on clean panties, added the foam panty pads again, including one in front just under my waistline, then the same thin panty brief. The shorts Mary gave me now fit me like they would a girl. I put on my gym shoes and a tee, then brushed out my hair, added some lipstick and earrings, took another look in the mirror, and went to the kitchen. Mom saw me and gasped because it was obvious that the shorts, while a little tight, did not reveal what she thought they would. And with my now rounder shape, I looked more like a girl than last night. Before she could speak, the phone rang and she picked it up. Yes, she's here. Wait a moment. Mom handed me the phone. Yes, it was Carolyn, a girl that was at the party last night. Is it true that Kenny asked you out last night?
Yes. Why?
Because I've been after him for a long time and almost had him. Then you showed up and I want him back. I certainly did not want to get into a cat fight with her. And as far as I was concerned, after this weekend, she could have him. But I couldn't tell her that, could I? That's up to Ken, isn't it? I mean, he makes the choice, doesn't he? And if he chooses you, fine. But if it's me, well, we'll see, Janet. We'll see. She slammed the phone in my ear, and I hung it up. What was that all about? A girl named Carolyn said she almost had Ken, and along I come, and she's out. Now she's angry at me, and I don't know why. I mean, after this weekend, Ken and I have nothing. I'm only going to be polite. Mom snorted and simply said, right. I believe that, Janet, just like I believe in the Easter Bunny. Mary came in and I saw that, like me, she wore shorts and a tee. Want to get your hair done, Janet? I have an appointment today, and I'll bet they can fit you in at the same time. Getting my hair done wasn't on the agenda, Mary.
Sorry.
Scared?
No.
Realistic. After this weekend, Janet will disappear. But if I get my hair done, then what? Janet disappear? That's funny. No way, honey. After last night, there's no way you'll disappear. You like it too much. Look too good. And now you have Ken to keep you busy all summer. No way, Mary. She acted as if I didn't say a word and handed me a purse. Come on, Janet. Let's go to the salon and get it over with. I cast a look at Mom, who shrugged her shoulders and smiled at me. It's up to you. But I tend to agree with Mary. There is no way Janet is going to disappear. So, you might as well see what it's like to be a woman all of the time and learn what we go through to be pretty and how to dress for different occasions and wait for a date, and worse, and be second class to men. You want me to live as a girl full-time. Right now, I can't see any reason not to, Janet. And after all, you've been kissing a boy, so that must mean something.
Come on, Janet.
We'll be late. Mary took me by the arm, and out I went. She drove us straight to the salon. With your naturally curly hair, Jerry will be able to work wonders on you, Janet.
This is crazy, Mary.
All I ever do is dress up once in a while for myself. So, how come you and Mom are so hot on me doing this? Mary has an angelic face, but the mind of the devil sometimes. And I wondered, no, I had to know what was going on because Mom and I are tired of you sneaking around and playing dress up like a 5-year-old. When Mom told me that you looked pretty, I didn't believe her until I saw you last night. Even your best friend thinks you're hot. You can't possibly make me believe you didn't enjoy every minute last night because I was watching you and all you did was smile. When the party at Sands Point was suggested, it was natural for them to invite you because you're my sister and I didn't want you to be alone, so I invited Ken. On top of all of that, you're enjoying this a lot more than you want to admit. I saw the way those shorts fit you. And there is no way that would happen unless you did something to yourself to make it look like you are a girl. That can only mean that you not only like it, you are certainly trying to be better looking as a girl. And that's why we are going to the salon, to make sure that happens. Don't you just hate it when people can see right through you? Yes, I did try to look good last night, and I succeeded. I wanted to think that it was so I wouldn't come off as a clown. But inside, deep inside, in my private place, I knew it was because I liked it and wanted to become the girl I always wanted to be. Worse, I found myself unable to resist the lure of getting my hair done. I wanted it done in a style so feminine that when combined with the rest of my efforts, there would be no doubt that I was a girl. None at all. As a sop to my manhood, I added, "You can't tell anyone." "Mary, I won't. Don't worry so much." I sat watching as Mary had her hair washed, unaware that another girl was on her way over to me. "Hi, I'm Beth. Let me set up, and we can get started on those nails." "Nails? Your sister said that you need them done, so here I am." With my nails done, it would make it impossible for me to be myself for quite a while. and I knew I could say no thanks. But after what Mary told me in the car, I said, "Okay, Beth." One by one, my nails had extensions added to them. Then she filed them all to a rounded point and painted them in a soft plum color. "These acrylic nails are the best, Janet. But you have to come in once a week to let me check them." Just as my nails had dried, Jerry motioned me to the chair as Mary sat where I had been. Jerry washed my hair, then without a word, began to cut. My natural curl gave her several options, and I was surprised when she added a few rollers on my hair. Some kind of gel was sprayed on and then a plastic cap put over my hair. "This won't take long, Janet. Just relax." 20 minutes later, she removed the rollers and began to brush out my hair. And when she was done, I saw what she had done for the first time. Parted in the middle, my hair fell to a mass of ringlets that went from one side to the other with bangs rolled down on my forehead and swept to one side. "This won't hurt, Janet. Hold still," Jerry said. Then she popped a plastic insert into each earlobe. Mary was done about the time I was, and she paid the bill for both of us. First, my adjustments. Now my hair and nails were done. There wasn't much chance that I would be back to my old self anytime soon. And as I looked in the mirror, I started to smile, my white teeth outlined in soft red. "Ready?" Mary broke my concentration. Then we walked out of the salon out to the car. "You look hot, Janet. Sizzling even." "Thanks, Mary. Tell me, if Ken gets frisky, how far are you willing to go?" The question right out of the blue like that caught me off guard, and I stared at her, my eyes wide. "Face it, honey. Boys do not think like we do. They only have enough blood to run one head at a time. So, it's up to us to make sure it's the one on their shoulders or risk more than we might want." "I won't do any of that, Mary." "I'm sure you believe that." "We all do. But those boys have a way of getting to us. And all I'm doing is telling you to be careful." What Mary said is something I had thought of but dismissed, thinking that no boy would be attracted to me. Now, God, you look terrific, Janet. And if I had not seen you with my own eyes, I would not have believed that you're my own brother. I failed to suppress a smile. "I do look pretty good, don't I? Want to stop at the mall? Maybe you can find a better suit than the one I gave you." My euphoria must have overcome my common sense because I nodded my head. "Yes, we can get you some earrings and so on of your own, too." "How are we going to pay for all of this, Mary?" "I don't have enough money. Mom gave me her credit card this morning." What was left to say? I was certainly committed now and simply watched the scenery as she drove us to the mall, parking close to the door. "They have a nice selection at Sarah's. Let's start there." Swimsuits. Rack after rack of them, hung in a profusion of colors and styles in front of me, and I was instantly lost. There was no way I would be able to wear what I wanted to wear. I simply did not have the body for it, but I was hopeful I could find something. Mary, however, had seen something and wandered away, leaving me alone to seek out the perfect suit. Still not quite as sure of myself as I should be, pretending to look at them while I was really waiting for Mary to come back. Finally, I went to find her, not wanting to be alone just yet. And I found her in lingerie, holding 2 small boxes. "I'll take them along with these." I watched as she paid for the stuff, and when she rejoined me, she was smiling wider than ever. "Guess what I found?" "I don't know."
"Money?" "No, silly. Come in here with me."
She pointed to the changing booth, and I instantly went on alert, but she held my arm, and in I went, only mildly protesting the tug on my arm. That's it for today. Hope you have enjoyed it. If you do, then be sure to subscribe for the next part of the story and show your support on Patreon.